Hello. Could we now say the fear of Donald Trump is the beginning of wisdom? Or could we say by calling the name Donald Trump, all warmongers shall bow, all evil leadership in the world shall bow? Is that what we could now be asking ourselves? Why did we ask this question? We asked this question because of what is recently going on in this world. Few days ago, when Donald Trump was announced as the president-elect of the United States of America, the USA, we started seeing certain changes in certain leaderships of this world. In this world. For instance, in Israel, we noticed that Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sacked his defense minister, Gallant, someone who was very loyal and a close collaborator of President Joe Biden. It didn't only end in Israel. We noticed in Ukraine that the Ukraine Prime Minister, or the Ukraine President, I beg your pardon, the Ukraine President also announced the immediate withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from the Kursk region in Russia. Did it all end there? Of course not. What is happening in Germany will be the one that is going to shock you. The German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, also pleaded with the President, Steinmeier, to sack his longtime Liberal Democrat finance minister. They call in the name of Mr. Lindner. Why are all these things happening only now that Donald Trump has been re-elected as the president of the United States of America? This is what we think. This is our take. Donald Trump is a businessman. He is not a warmonger. But if we look at all these other leaders, and some of the European leaders, what they have been doing. For instance, let's move to Israel. Look at what the Israelites are doing to the Palestinians. They are killing without remorse. They are killing without remorse. And you see what US is doing? The administration of Joe Biden is silent, completely silent. And when they want to say something, all they will say is Israel has the right to defend itself. Who are supplying Israel with all these weapons and with all these ammunitions? The United States of America, the administration of Joe Biden. Let's move to Ukraine. What is going on now in Ukraine? Ukraine has been getting support from both Europe and America, including Canada and some other countries. Who instigated this war, in this Ukraine-Russian war? The Westerners, particularly the administration of Joe Biden. Is it that America is just controlling Europe or telling Europe what to do? Or if America cough, Europe will just receive? Or if America say everything, Europe will never object? Well, from our own perspective, we think that is just the reality of what we are seeing. Europe can no longer make its decisions without contacting America. If you also notice, during the time of the presidential debate, the US presidential debate and campaigns, Donald Trump, the current president, the president-elect, made it clear that Europe should be responsible to take full responsibility of its own security. America will no longer provide security for the Europeans. Could that be true? Or could this be true? Well, it seems so. All the support that Ukraine has been getting from the West, America and Europe, has been spearheaded by the Joe Biden's administration. We'll come back to this point, but let's move to Germany. Even though we know that Germany has been having its own internal problems years ago, but the German government and the current administration has finally collapsed. The German government and the current administration has been collapsed. Why do we say so? On the 7th of this month, after the announcement of Donald Trump as the new president-elect of the United States of America, the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz fired his finance minister. What was the reason behind? It was just because of the disagreement that they have when making the Berlin Law, because they wanted to implement the compulsory military service. But there was a disagreement. And most suggestions from our report that we are getting, most suggestions that the Chancellor always put forward has always been refused or been blocked by his sacked finance minister. Could it be that this finance minister was also loyal, or is also a loyal person to the Joe Biden's administration? Well, no one knows, but to me, it seems so. Why? Why not sacked him already long time ago? That is what will come to it. Why all these changes that is going on in Israel, in Ukraine, and in Germany now? Well, we all know Germany is the powerhouse of Europe when it comes to economy. But with Germany on the verge of collapse, those who live in Germany, some of us who live in Germany know exactly what is going on. Most people who are not working in Germany are the beneficiary of so many things that is happening in Germany. It seems even people who are married are not even having benefits that those who are not working are having. We are getting reports that in Germany, from next year, there will be about 21 million pensioners. 21 million plus pensioners. And we know also that Germany is having the issue of birth. Most people in Germany have been following only their career, forgetting that they have to give birth for children who come and work for their own pension by tomorrow. But now, majority of them have become of age. Who is there to pay for their pensions? They will now be telling people, when you go in for a tax declaration, what happened? As couples, married couples, what happened? Irrespective of the fact that you guys have been working and respecting, not without working overtime, but respecting what is stated in the contract, they will still ask married people, to bring back money. When you go to declare tax, that whereby there was the ones who were supposed to give you back money, they will still ask you to bring back money to them. Is it now that in Germany, that if you are a married person or married couples, is it that they don't like people to get married? Well, it seems so. But let's take a look at this. Why all these sudden changes just now that Donald Trump has been re-elected as the 47th president of the United States? Let's try to discuss this. Suddenly, Ukraine is withdrawing completely from the Kursk region in Russia. Suddenly, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sacked his defense minister, Gallant, someone who is loyal to the Joe Biden's administration. Suddenly, the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz pleaded with the president, the Bundespresident, German president, to fire his finance minister. Coupled with what we are seeing from this withdrawal from this Ukrainian troops withdrawal from the Russian region, as well as the sacking of the defense minister of Israel. And what about the sacking of this German finance minister? These are people who were just too loyal to the Joe Biden's administration. Why these sudden changes? Donald Trump is a businessman. Donald Trump is a businessman. Donald Trump is not a warmonger like Joe Biden, like the Russian, like the Ukrainian president. The German finance minister, the sacked German finance minister, was perhaps someone loyal to the Joe Biden administration. Do you think that these people are just going for war? Of course, they are going for war. But do not forget, they also go there to do their businesses. These are warmongers. These are warmongers. They like and love, and they have passion to see people die. What are they doing now? They are talking about how Donald Trump is a far-right person. He hates blacks and all those things. But I'm surprised to see blacks working in his government. There were blacks who were working in his government when he was a president. And there will still be black working in his upcoming administration. So what is it? People talk about how Donald Trump is coming to deport people. If Donald Trump is coming back to deport people to keep his country clean, he always say that America first. Donald Trump is the president. It therefore means he cannot act alone. There are bills he could sign, bills that could be blocked as well. So let's not only look at it on that way. The good thing is this guy is not a warmonger. We are tired to see people die because of war. If it's only administrations like that of Joe Biden, or that of this Ukraine president, or perhaps some of these Western leaders, because if you see in the interviews where some Western leaders were interviewed since Donald Trump was re-elected, you see that there's no happiness. Because some of these Western leaders, they love and have passion for war, such that they can sell their war ammunitions and everything. The question I would like to ask there is, with all this money that Ukraine has been borrowing or has borrowed to fight this Ukraine-Russia war, who is going to pay back that money? Is it the Ukrainian president, the Zelensky? Of course not. These were all taxpayers' money that were leaving Germany to go to Ukraine. Taxpayers' money left the US to Ukraine. Taxpayers' money left Europe to Ukraine. Who is going to pay back this money? But those who are paying the taxes are the ones suffering. The question I would like to ask here now is, why all these sudden changes in some of these administrations? Why all these sudden decisions since Donald Trump was elected, the 47th president of the United States of America, USA? Why the sudden change? Is it that Benjamin Netanyahu is about, or is trying to look for, or will be looking to bring forward a defense minister who is loyal to Donald Trump? Of course, yes. What about Zelensky? That is what we don't know. What about the German government? Of course, the German government will be looking to bring somebody, to make someone who is loyal to Donald Trump to be the new finance minister. But the thing is, will Olaf Scholz get the vote of confidence coming January? That is a question mark. Bro, the thing is, Germany, the German economy and Germany itself is on the verge of collapse. We that are in Germany, we pray for something like that not to happen. But if they continue like that, we pray for it to collapse. It's not that Germany as a whole is collapsing, but the current administration has failed. But the question that some of you would like to ask yourself, is it that it started with this administration, or has it started already a long time ago? What some are saying is, yes, it started during the time of Angela Merkel, while others are saying that no. But the thing is, why all these sudden changes that we have in Ukraine, that we have seen in Ukraine, the withdrawal, the complete withdrawal from this Kursk region in Russia? Why the sudden change, or why the sudden sack of the German finance minister as well as the Israel defense minister? These were people loyal to the Joe Biden's administration. And now, these people need to look for someone else who is loyal who will be loyal to Donald Trump. I come back again to this question. Is it that the fear of Donald Trump is the beginning of wisdom? Or is it that by calling the name Donald Trump, all warmongers shall bow? Please drop us your comment in the comment section. Do not forget, like the video and as well share the video. This one calls in for discussion. Thank you guys and see you in my next video. Take care. It's been your one and only one, the game changer, the epitome of the mindset. Thank you and see you in the comment section. Take care. Bye-bye.